Hello, welcome back to Aviassembly. So I've kind of been putting off this one a little bit just because it feels like we're getting sort of towards the end of the content, and I'm really good at not wanting to finish things. Um, but instead, we're going to go ahead and do this. It's still early access. There's plenty of time for them to update the game. So what we need to do is we need to build a hauler. I think I've got a task or two left that are timed, which I will just either build something speedy or load in a saved speedy thing because we've built plenty of fast things. We haven't really built many haulers, but instead of doing the normal cargo jet idea, I'd like to do something more of like a seaplane sort of style, like the kind of like the PBY, but maybe with pontoons on the wings for extra storage or something. So I think getting the shape of a seaplane might be kind of difficult since they're kind of built sort of like boats. Like the PBY specifically, as the landing gears would kind of lift up and tuck into the sides instead of like the bottom as usual, since the bottom needs to be sealed. It's a boat, obviously, so we're gonna want to see if we can get that same sort of shape. And to do that, I've got an idea, but it might make things wonky. I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to make opposite corners of this. Yeah, so we're going to make opposite corners of this sharp. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of fuselage and we are going to rotate it 45 degrees. Bam. So now we've got kind of that sort of boat hole shape to the bottom, at least, that will hopefully work. And then they also tended to be a bit pointy on the bottom as well, so they could run through the water, although that does hang down quite a bit. Maybe we can tweak this a little bit to just make up for that. Do we want to do one or two? We'll do two. Alright, so now we got our basic shape. Alright, here we go. Here is our crummy seaplane. I actually should have shaped the pylons a bit more like the fuselage, but they're really just more for stability than anything in the water. So we need to be able to carry 600 for nuclear waste, which we can carry. I'm not sure how much we're going to have to haul. But let's see, they want one right now. So let's go ahead and... I tried with 4 engines, but they were just draining through the fuel really fast. So it was either drop an engine and lose a bit of power, or it might not end up being enough power. It's pretty slow. We may have to go back to 4 engines, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it we're about we'll be fine. As long as we don't roast the afterburners too much. But you know, getting this all the way back there, I have a feeling I'm going to have to stop for fuel along the way. So now if only we had a reason to make a seaplane, or if they added the ability to make sort of seaplanes and boats or sort of stuff, it'd be pretty cool. Alright, now since this is early access, I'm hoping this isn't the only story here. Maybe they're going to do more. Or what, is this going to continue? Are they going to make it so I can build a shuttle and go to the moon? Alright, let's see if we can take off. We can. Let's try and use a rudder to avoid bleeding too much speed. Oh, it's struggling. It's struggling to keep up enough airspeed. So we will have to land this on the way, or build a new plane. Well, maybe, we'll see. I mean, I am burning through fuel pretty quick, but what if I turn just the afterburners off, or just go a little bit of afterburner? Just a little? Little afterburner is a treat. Seaplanes aren't supposed to have afterburners anyways. They're generally prop driven, but you know, I went through the whole jet tree like I'm sure most people probably did, so I don't have the most high-powered prop stuff, and it's not exactly the best for hauling either. It doesn't have quite the thrust that jet engines have. Alright, let's see if we can land this. Come on, park it up, park it up. Oh! What's going on? What do we got? The radioactive materials are now securely stored in the bunker. We've contained the dangers and the islands are safe again. Is this the end? I didn't think it was going to end this quickly. I thought I was going to have to haul more of this. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to have to haul more radioactive material around. Cool. The islands are safe again. Okay, you don't need to take that long to count out my stuff. Okay, I guess that's it. Really, I just have a couple speed missions left. So I guess that leaves maybe exploring. I mean, I don't know how much of this actually goes anywhere, so maybe I'll do some exploring. We can always do some challenges, maybe some... I've always wanted to try a VTOL plane, so that might be cool. Lots of other things to try other than just the seaplane. Still pretty fun. So, until next time, take care, be safe, and I'll see you later.